what I love most is helping people get unstuck and just being their best selves.
I love that. I love that because people definitely get stuck
Yes.
in life, in whatever they may be
Yeah,
doing. And
yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah,
The
and
work
we
that
have
you're
to
doing.
learn how to be strong and courageous because it's only one you. It's only one you. And if you don't do you, you won't be done. We will miss out on all the goodness of who you are. So that's what this show is all about.
I love it. I love it. Okay. And Sebastian, tell
Oscar.
us.
Sebastian's my son's name.
Okay, Oscar.
I've been
I'm
called
sorry.
worse. I've been
I'm
called
sorry.
worse.
Exactly.
That is not an insult.
Okay. I was looking
I've got
at
a
your
tattooed
shirt.
on my arm.
Aw.
So yeah,
Okay. I love it. Okay.
Oscar Ortiz with the Sebastian Strong Foundation. I worked for 30 years in corporate America. Lost my son 10 years ago, and I've been running the foundation since that. Started the foundation and then left corporate America. My son's only treatment option was over 40 years old, no matter where I would have gone in the world. So learned a lot about the lack of funding, lack of innovation in pediatric cancer. We often assume that the advances that happen in adults are happening with children. Couldn't be further from the truth. Fortunately, not a lot of kids get cancer, but as a result, there isn't a lot of investment in research. So we've had an impact of over $7 million in research over the last 8 years, and recently also launched a navigator program to hold families' hands through the journey, because there are so many gaps in care. So often when someone is diagnosed, if it's a two-parent household or two-caregiver household, someone has to stop working. And then that means someone has to pick up the slack. If there's other siblings, it's a truly incredibly disruptive. So we connect people with resources, whether it be financial resources, psychosocial support, because these diagnoses, these illnesses impact everybody in the family. So we'd like to think the research is about creating better tomorrows, and the Navigator program is about helping families navigate the challenges that they face today.
That's incredible. What a wonderful organization. And you started this organization
in 2017, shortly after losing Sebs.
And you work with everyone, families, community people.
Yeah, we fund research throughout the country. We have a team of 6 doctors throughout the country, one from St. Jude, from Children's National, from Albert Einstein, from the NIH, UM, and the Cleveland Clinic. They are the ones that tell us where to put. They're the experts. They tell us where to put the money and where what research to fund. And then the Navigator program is something we launched 6-7 months ago.
And what's the Navigator program?
It is effectively working closely with families and hospitals. There are limited resources in the hospital space, and helping families navigate the journey. Very often when they're out of the hospital, they don't have access to a lot of these resources. So how do we connect them with when they need financial aid? Very often people have to travel long distances for treatment. We may take that for granted, but very often for people, if you're diagnosed in Naples, you have to go to Tampa. For pediatric cancer, you have to go to Tampa, or you have to come to Miami.
Right.
That's a tank of gas out and back. Very often when that tank of gas, and I'm fortunate that I'm not in that situation. We have a lot of people who aren't, but for a lot of people, paying for that extra tank of gas, that comes from rent, that comes from food.
Right.
So we help connect people with resources to manage this, and we hold their hands through it, because the last thing you want is going to a website to figure things out on your own. Go to a website, Google where the answers are.
It's to have that resource is wonderful.
And the fact that we've been through it, myself, there's another patient advocate on our team. We're both childhood cancer parents. There's a tremendous amount of credibility when you can tell somebody, I've walked in your shoes. We know what you're going through, and we're here to help.
I think it's so important to have like a support system. I think we need a support system. So
all of us do. To your point earlier, I think that's a huge part. Life is complicated.
Yes, it
and
is.
we make it more complicated for ourselves sometimes, but we need to get unstuck.
Yes, we do. Get unstuck. We'll get your life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the work you do is incredible, both of you. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for allowing us to share.
Yes.
And enjoy your time here.
Thank you so